Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are going to present to you the rules of politeness in Syed Saddiq's interview with the Al Jazeera.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Siti Aishah Binti Muhammad Nawawi and I will do the introduction. Our group have chosen to do a spoken discourse on special interview of Al Jazeera with Syed Saddiq entitled Is It Game Over for Malaysia Mahathir Mohamad? The video was uploaded on Al Jazeera English YouTube channel on 7 March 2020. During the 10 minutes interview, Syed Saddiq, who was a cabinet minister in Mahathir government, was interviewed by Mehdi Hassan regarding the issue of illegitimate backdoor government after Muhyiddin Yassin was sworn in as Malaysia 8th Prime Minister. Syed Saddiq also expressed his opinion on failed promise made by Dr. Mahathir to hand over the power to Anwar Ibrahim as claimed by the interviewer. The genre or profession of the video is politics, the discourse selection is interview, and the theory that will be utilized is Lakoff Politeness Principle 1973. And the principles consist of three, which are distance, deference, and camaraderie.
Hi, my name is Arfah Hanim Zulkifli, metric number 047862. So I'll be explaining on first principle, which is distance. Distance or don't impose means that we need to keep distance with our interlocutor. Distance here means how close our relationship is with the person we are talking to, in terms of age, family relation, occupation, and etc. This applies when there is much social distance between the speaker and the hearer. We use formal expressions to convey the message to exclude personal emotion. The example that can be taken from the video is during the minute of 4.35, where Syed is speaking, and when Syed is still speaking, the interviewer rudely interrupts him, and both of them are speaking at the same time. When Syed realized that both of them are speaking at the same time, he stopped and asked, "Hello, yeah?" The start of the sentence means that the interviewer interrupts Syed. In this minute, the first principle is floated when the interviewer rudely interrupts Syed, who is still talking, as he does not keep the distance between them. After all, Syed is still the guest of the interview, and he should be treated respectfully. Interviewer doesn't use the correct way to interrupt, but is straightforwardly rude way to interrupt Syed. This shows with the sentence he's been consistent or blah blah blah. He could have politely asked for permission to interrupt or wait for his turn. For example, he can ask for permission politely with sentence, "I'm sorry to interrupt," or something like that.
Is Aini Afifah Binti Sukur 047714, and I'll be covering on the second principle of Robin Lakoff's politeness principle, which is deference. So moving on. Deference, or it means to give option. So in order to be polite and reach a fruitful conversation, one cannot force people to concur with one's request, desire, or command. Interlocutor should be given option to refuse or accept. Here is what I believe. We need to give space for people to think, to fully take or refuse our point that we made, because here in this context, whether the message are being fully conveyed and understood are as important as whether the interlocutor feel comfortable or not. So this is the example I could get to show that how they floated the second rule of politeness principle. Right before Syed Saddiq got to finish his sentence, Mahdi cut him off, resulting that, and that's the point where their conversation, this interview got to be very overlapping, because Syed Saddiq wanted to say his point and Mahdi still want to ask for clarification even before Syed Saddiq got to finish his sentence and points. So resulting to the second rule of politeness principle to be flouted right before at the point at the duration of 6 minutes and 6 seconds. So we believe that in order to ensure the interview got a high chance of success, the interviewer should let Syed Saddiq to finish his words first. Even interviewer does not concur with some of the points made by Syed Saddiq. After all, this interview purpose is to find clarification on the political issues in Malaysia, not to debate on whom points seem stronger. And Mahdi seems like hotly gave Syed Saddiq to fully clarify the points that he wants to convey, and the rule has been floated, like overly floated. That's all from me, thank you.
Hi, I am Nurul Liyana Binti Sazali 047881, and now I will be presenting on the third principle, which is camaraderie. Camaraderie, also known as be friendly. It emphasizes on intimacy between the speaker and the addressee, as it concerns with the equality which expresses although the speaker is superior or equal in status to the addressee, but the speaker implies that they are equal to make the addressee feel good. Next, it can be achieved through giving compliments and using explicit terms for expressing taboo terms like changing your choice of words to more appropriate one when communicating. Lastly, it uses informal mode of speaking to show that how close between the speaker and addressee. Next, according to the example above, it stated that at the duration of 4.11 minutes, the third principle is floated. This is borne by the fact that Mahdi, which is the interviewer, did not show any respect to Syed Saddiq, as he kept on attacking him with absurd statements, in which, in this context, the interviewer seems to be more like sarcastic. Mahdi always gave points to upset Syed Saddiq. He was trying to discredit Syed Saddiq's statement and trying to show that what he said was not right about the timing of Dr. Mahathir's handover power. However, the interviewer has not been professionally enough. This is shown by his attitude in conducting the interview. Mahdi provoked Syed Saddiq into giving him answers that he wanted to listen. Still, he should respect Syed Saddiq as a minister in Mahathir's cabinet and also as a guest in the program. Although it is said that being friendly and nice shows the sign of courtesy, the interviewer violates the camaraderie, as he always trying to show that Syed Saddiq has not made an honest statement, thus making him uncomfortable. Thank you.
In conclusion, there was flouting of the three principles under Lakoff's politeness principles, and all three principles were flouted by the interviewer, Mahdi Hassan, towards the interviewee, Syed Saddiq. Along the course of the interview, Mahdi interrupted Syed Saddiq's speech, flouting the principle of distance, which prioritized formal expressions while respecting professional context of the situation. Mahdi also did not let Syed Saddiq finish many of his speech and clarifications, that is flouted the principle of deference, which prioritized the convenience of the options given to the interlocutor. Moreover, Mahdi did not present Syed Saddiq with the respect that he deserved as the guest of the program by attacking and discrediting every statement made by Syed Saddiq. With that, Mahdi has flouted the principle of camaraderie, which prioritizes the friendliness in speech. Overall, there has been lack of professionalism shown in the interview session, mainly from the interviewer, Mahdi Hassan. That's all from us. Thank you.